to my channel. Michelle Mahoney here. If you are new to my channel, I am a work from home mom. I have a bookstore. I teach online as well as being a digital creator. So you'll see some crafty things on here, some bookish things, and just everything mom. So I'm more in like vlogging mode. So just so you know. But in this video, one of my subscribers, or somebody commented actually, I'm not even sure if she's a subscriber, but somebody commented, what books sell good? Which books should I avoid selling? Which books should I avoid trying to sell because they don't sell well? This is from Marilyn Willard. So thank you, Marilyn, for asking that question. This is super important. So recently I started an online bookstore because I am an avid reader. I've always loved to read. As you can see behind me, I have some inventory going. I've gotten a ton of donations. So check out my other videos if you're interested about wanting to know how I started and things like that. But Marilyn's question is very good because people always wonder, what books do I sell and how do I sell them and all the things, right? And I asked the same questions when I first started. And so the first thing that I would say that I learned about, opening my bookstore and like knowing what books to sell was, let me sell from my own inventory. Let me sell from the books that I've already read myself and go from there, right? And so at this point, there's no real books that I necessarily avoid per se, but what I gave Marilyn advice for was saying, sell the books that you would read yourself. That would be number one. Now, obviously, if you get donated books to you and they're in good condition, I would definitely recommend like trying to put those out there because obviously, we're going to read, to our own niche of things that we like. And just because I got a book from somebody that I wouldn't necessarily read, it doesn't mean that other people wouldn't. So if I get a donation, which I have, of a couple books that like I necessarily would not read myself, I put them on my bookstore anyways, and I have sold a ton of books that I would never read myself. So I wouldn't say avoid anything specifically unless it makes you feel uncomfortable, or obviously if it's in bad condition, definitely don't sell anything like that. But I wouldn't really say there's anything necessarily to avoid. But I would, unless again, like the bad condition and things like that, definitely not. But like as far as the genre, I don't know if I'd go there. I would just start by going through and reading books that you would personally read and stick to those kind of genres, because then you're going to find your audience. And so here's my strategy about how I'm using my bookstore to sell books and fulfill my own life happiness. Okay, so this is something that I am doing personally. Okay, so for me personally, I love to read. And if I could read every book on my shelf before I sold it, I totally would. In fact, it's become a new goal of mine. I don't think I will. I'm reasonable in understanding that that's probably not going to happen. I don't want to not have sales because I want to read the book first. I can always go back and read the book, rent it from my library, things like that. There's options, right? But what I did decide to do is really put into my schedule a lot more reading time, because there can be times where as much as you want to read, things happen, life happens, events and all these things, and like it starts to fall back a little bit. Like for example, here, I have this book next to me called The Bookstore on the Beach. When I saw this cover, when I looked at it, read the back, all the things, I was like, yes, like the bookstore on the beach. Hello, I love the beach. I'm starting a bookstore. Like it was just perfect. But for some reason, this book is taking me so long to read. And it's not that it's not good. It's actually really good. And I'm really getting in depth with the characters now. But for some reason, I have tapered off on my reading for like the last 2 weeks. And it's just because life has gotten a little bit crazy. But my point is, I'm going to really, in my schedule now, I have a little whiteboard right there. I have decided that Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be my reading days. And I really would love to read an entire book on both days. That's 2 books a week. Now stay with me here. My strategy's coming. If I can go ahead and read those 2 books a week, then I can post a lovely YouTube video, my stories on Instagram and Facebook and sharing and all the things. I can then tell people about the book and give them my recommendation, or, maybe not my recommendation. And then maybe I would say, hey, I'm going to donate this book to somebody else. Whatever you want to do with the book. I would probably still sell it. So I wouldn't really go ahead and just like toss it. I'd sell it, but I would give my honest opinion and let you know, hey, I'm not into fantasy, but if you're into fantasy, this book is really great because there was like wizards and sorcery and whatever book you're talking about. That's what I would say about a fantasy book because it's like not my thing. But somebody else out there might be like, well, Michelle still read it and it was good. It's just not her feel, right? So I'd still put it in my bookstore. But my purpose of this, my strategy is if I can read the books every week and then promote on social media and share on social media, hey, this book is really excellent. I highly recommend it. If you want a copy, my copy, it's in my bookstore. There's a link down below. Go ahead and you'll find it there. Hello. You're promoting, but you're also living a happy life. Like, I'm going to finish reading this book. I'm going to tell you guys all about it. And then I'm going to post it in my bookstore and tell my audience, hey, this is in my bookstore if you want to get it. I only have one copy though. So here it is. Or you can go to my Amazon link down below and it's in my Amazon store. Because I have an Amazon affiliate account. So yes, you may not buy it from my bookstore, but if you click on the link in my Amazon shop, I will still get a very tiny commission in there. So I'm still making some monetization there, right? I'm still making some money, but I'm being true and authentic. I'm not going to tell anybody to buy anything that I wouldn't buy myself. That is just me. I am not a salesperson. I've learned this. I've been in some network marketing and it's just not for me. So I know that I'm not going to promote something to somebody that I wouldn't want to buy myself or that I wouldn't have my best friend recommending. Like I wouldn't tell my best friend to buy something if I truly didn't believe in it. I wouldn't want her to waste her money. So for me, that's my bookstore strategy. And when you have your own bookstore, people are going to go on there and look for the things that they're looking for anyways. But by people finding, so I think my next question that Marilyn would give me is how do people find your bookstore and how are you going to, put yourself out there and people, buy from you. And that is for me, posting it on social media and sharing with all of you the things that I like and the things that I'm doing and how I'm having my bookstore and how I'm posting things and how I got shelving for it. And I'm just documenting my journey and sharing with you what I'm already doing on my own. And I'm just being true and authentic. And so whatever journey it is that you're in, if you are wanting to do the bookstore space, just be totally authentic and share what you're doing with others. And then hopefully somebody will buy the book that you read, right? You can be like, hey, I actually read this myself. Now, for one more layer before I end this video, because I don't want to be too long, and I only want to share the things with you that you're interested in, but I think I shared this in a video, maybe it was a TikTok. It kind of gets a little bit wishy-washy here and there, but I think I might have shared this in another video. Oh, hold on, one more thing here. So I am a crafter, I always have been. I've had an Etsy shop and things like that. I do have a little mini shop going on my website. Not quite sure exactly what I want to get into yet, but I've made these bookmarks because my bookstore is called Pages and Corners Bookstore. So here's my little bookmark. I made them out of cardstock. I thought about laminating. Actually, that's a good thing. In the comments down below, should I laminate the bookmark? What do you think? It's pretty thick, right? It's pretty thick. But laminating, maybe, I don't know if it will be tacky or if it's better. So comments below, I'd love to hear your opinion. What do you think? Because I can totally laminate them. I also want to spruce them up a little bit and maybe put some fun tassels or something. I don't know. I'm not necessarily a tassel person unless it's hanging long enough. So again, I always try to think about what would I want, but I do know there's other people out there that would enjoy it. So definitely feedback would be great. But anyways, in my packaging for my bookstore, I give everyone a bookmark. I give everyone a coupon. And I give everybody a thank you note thank you for coming to my shop and purchasing from me because you didn't have to purchase from me. You can buy from anybody else out there that you want. So I like to give the little added extras. Now these thank you cards, actually all three of these items I made on canva.com. My link is down in my description down below if you want to join. I love Canva so much. I definitely actually have some tutorials on this channel as well. Back when I was just giving pure advice about Canva and teaching and all the good things. I'm just a well-rounded person. So I have a lot of different things that I can teach you about. So if you have any questions, definitely let me know. I don't really get necessarily a commission for Canva, but they'll give me a credit. But I don't even really use it because I pay for the pro version anyway. So I'm really not sure how that's all working. I literally recommend Canva because I absolutely freaking love it. And I think everyone should use it if you're making birthday invitations or my thank you cards or like literally anything you can make. If you're a teacher, lesson plans, presentations, all the things are on there. Anyways, Marilyn, I hope that answered your question. I hope you have a better idea like where to get started. Start with what you would read. But if you're getting book donations, like definitely take those in, girl. Build up your inventory because like I have a lot of like history books and things that like it's just not me. But I've sold like 4 or 5 books just recently of titles that I was like, I'm never gonna read that. Never. So I'm glad that they're off my shelves and in hands of people who are going to truly enjoy them. And then when I'm done reading the books that I want to read, then I'm going to be able to scoot those over and be like, hey, if anyone's interested, I just read this book. It's freaking awesome and amazing and you should get it. But my mom gets them for free because we always do like a little trade back and forth. So definitely if you want stuff, you got to take it off my hands before she does because she's also an avid reader. Let's do something fun. My next video, if you guys are interested too, love to know, are you interested when I show you like new books like this? Do you want to know like the books that I'm going to read for certain seasons and what I've already read? What are my book recommendations? Like, should I do more videos like that? Are you interested in that? Let me know because I want to give you content that you're looking for because I don't always know. I'm just doing what I think is fun. I did actually post these on my social media. So if you're following me on Instagram, TikTok, things like that, you're going to want to go over and check those things out because I did already post those there. So maybe I'll do some revealing later. And if I have read any of them by my next video, you'll be able to find out exactly what they're about. All right, if this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you can hear more about my journey with my bookstore and being a work-from-home mom. And also definitely comment down below anything that you'd like to tell me or answering my questions. That'd be super, super helpful for my channel. And I really want to thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in a few days.